Free yourself. Free. Free your mind. Free. Free your heart. Let it go free. I say free. Free yourself. Free. Free your mind. Free. Free your heart. Let it go free. Free yourself.
All right, guys. That's that means we're back. This is Free Yourself Saturdays with Troy Weeks Music. We are here live this Saturday. Thank you guys so listening. We appreciate you here at Savage Media Radio, especially coming from me. I know you guys, it's been 2 weeks that I've been off. We're back. We had to make some adjustments and changes because we're trying to make things better for you guys so that the more you listen in, the more involved you are, that we can give you money, swag, things that'll let you know where we are, special updates, features on audio, things that nobody else can get. So we appreciate you guys and we love you guys for listening. So just know that 2 weeks we've been gone, but we're back and we're back with a bang. But before we get started and let you know what we're doing today, I like to start the show as I always do each and every week. I'll tell you guys about Free Yourself because it could be someone's first time listening to this podcast, Free Yourself. And it's very important that people understand what Free Yourself is all about and why I was created in the first place. Freeing yourself is the final step of the process. It's the release, the woosah, the moment when you cross over and transition from being the victim to the victim. All the steps you needed to get here should have been covered by this point. You should now be ready for the threat of your new beginning. If you're thinking that you're quite not ready to free yourself, that's fine. The moment when you will be ready, we will be here and ready for you, and it won't be the awakening depends on you. In this segment, we let people call in so they can publicly free themselves from what's been holding them down or back from being great and moving forward in their lives. Freeing yourself is the symbolizing or the letting go of that stronghold and having the power over it. Doing it publicly allows you to tell that situation, that thing, that through the power of spoken word, you are now in control of it and it's not in control of you. So ladies and gentlemen, that's what Free Yourself is all about. That's where it started. God gave me a vision. And when he gave me that vision, it was from my head right to you guys live. It happened fast in a matter of weeks. And so if anyone's out there listening and you want to free yourself from no matter what it may be, we are here for you. If you have a dirty little secret you want to air anonymously on air, this is for you. You want to reveal your sexuality to your loved ones on air? This is for you. Has someone hurt you and you want your feelings to be heard? This is for you. Or do you just want to express what makes you free? We want to hear from you. Someone may need to hear it, and this may be their awakening just as well as yours. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Free Yourself Saturdays. Again, I'm Troy Weeks Music. Thank you for tuning in. I got something special for you today, guys. So, I got my boy Mike Riggins with me today. Woo, woo, Mike, you
yes,
here, right?
Yes. Yes, sir. How are you?
Good. I'm doing good. Miss Coco, you here, right?
Of course, I'm always here.
Always here. You got to be here. Miss Coco ain't here. Something ain't right because it ain't working. So, ladies and gentlemen, today, our topic is going to be open discussion. I have my boy Mike here for a reason because, Mike reached out to me. He wanted to talk about some things, and we're going to get to that later on. But, first of all, Mike is doing some things. If y'all don't know who he is, y'all need to check him out on Instagram. This man is an author. He got a book coming out April 27th. It's called The Circle of Confusion.
Yes.
April 27th. So I definitely want to talk about that. And I also know that you, besides that, you also having a web series. Is that the Real Raw and Uncut? Is that the whole name of it or something else? Or that's something.
The Real Raw and Uncut show is the radio show.
Is the radio show. Okay, cool. Wow, so radio show. What about the web series?
The web series is called Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Come on, that's what I'm talking about. Is there anything else we need to mention before we, because this is making my creativity, everything inside of me light up. Like I'm super excited that you're on with us today. It's just amazing thing. So you're making a mark in this world with who you are. Like, they're going to know who you are at some point in life because all that you're doing now, all these seeds that you're planting is definitely going to grow some amazing trees. I'm so, from one man to another who's out here trying to do it, out here working hard, making it happen. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's
what I'm talking about. So give us a little feedback on so we can start with the book first because right now I know April 27th is very soon. So let's start with the book. Let's talk about that and the release of your book and what's going on with that because I think that's the most important at this moment.
Sure. Well, this is actually the second book. My first book I released was Reflections of Me. It was all about my life and everything that I've been through and want to go through and need help with and overcame. That came out in 2015, October 2015. So at the end of each book that I do, I end it with the beginning of the next book. So at the end of the book, I had a story of four guys and four gay guys. I can only speak on what I know. So four gay guys,
No worries.
living their life, partying, not working, sleeping around. So I took that story and revamped it a few years later, and was each guy individually, and then I ended it with a trip, and one doesn't make it home.
Mm.
So they're all married now. One is dating a basketball player. The other one is messing with the pastor from the church. One husband is cheating on him, and it's murder, suicide, it's prostitution, it's rape, it's drugging. Yeah.
Wow.
My imagination went wild with this one.
Oh,
I love
that sounds
it.
good right now. Come on, we get into this today, Courtney. I told you this was gonna be good. That's what I'm talking about. I was getting ready to ask you. So, is any of this? You said your imagination went wild. So, is all of it fictional, or is any of it have to do anything realistic in your life, any experiences, people, anything like?
The beginning of the story that led to the book is true, but the story itself is all fiction. I had to switch it up to make it interesting.
Johnny, come on. You're a story writer. You're telling a story and you're writing a book and you want people to buy it. So you better be ready to give the people what they need,
Yeah.
to keep going.
Same, of course, yeah.
Come on. Yeah.
Because the first book I was so serious and it was about my life and it was just like a jaw dropper. So this time around I wanted to entertain more so to be transparent.
Gotcha.
Got it. Come on, you use tactics, skills. You like
Formula.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Why? We just watch. I like that. So wow, because I mean, coming from something like telling about being open about your life and putting your life on a platform for people to be, see, read, feel, experience as you take them on a journey. Like that takes a lot. How fast after you finish that book and going through that experience did you start writing the next book? And you said 2015, so now we're 3 years. Wow.
Well, it was already done. It was just sitting around waiting. I'm all about timing and putting out at right times. So I pushed Reflections of Me for 3 years because when I wanted to end it, something came along that prevented me from ending it. So I paid attention. So now I just put the new one out to move forward with everything that I'm doing. So I can't say how long in between each book that a new one will be out because I told myself after this one I was going straight into film for a while. But then at the end of this book, I have a new book. So it's like, I don't even know.
Listen, you probably got 4 books written. I ain't messing with you, okay? I'm paying attention. I'm listening to what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I see that you very much know what you want, know what you're about. And I feel like, if we keep listening and keep watching in some time to come, we definitely going to know who you are. It's very inspiring to be able to take something that makes you so vulnerable to be able to give to other people, to be able to inspire and motivate and give other people that.
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
What gave you the inspiration to put your story out on book form? A lot of people tend to, put their feelings out or their express their experiences through a lot of different mediums, art, film, things like that. What made you want to express it through writing?
From reading a lot of autobiographies from some of my favorite celebrities.
Wow,
And
that
me
makes
always
sense.
just talking to friends, and these are all the topics that we always talk about. So I can't always talk to everybody at once. So I was like, okay, I'll collect them in a book, make a profit off of it, help you in the process, and that's how it happened.
That makes sense. That definitely makes sense.
Boss, got it. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. Look, at the end of the day, like somebody else is already doing it. Somebody else already is out there doing it, and maybe not even living these experiences that they're talking about. It may look good. They might have experienced one thing, or somebody else they know might have experienced it, and they making a coin off of it because they have the smarts to say, "Let me write this book. Let me, do this and do that." So I think that to be able to be the one experiencing that your own self, and to put yourself again on a pedestal and let people read it or open up your vulnerability to the world is, it's something it's something that takes a lot. It takes a lot, and it shows a lot about who you are as a person. Like Courtney said, why would you want to even do that? Open yourself up to something like that.
Yeah, and then it wasn't solely for me. Like I didn't do it for me. I did it for others who are like me or like me and still need the
You
help.
want it to be their voice, basically.
Right, exactly.
Got it.
And that
That's
made
what I'm
me
talking.
do the radio show that I'm currently doing to
Which
give
is
people
my-
platforms to be seen and heard.
Oh yeah, which is right into the next thing. Can you give us a little bit more background about the radio show and because now I know why you did it. Obviously, it's the reason why to free yourself. So what is it all about? So if someone's listening and they've never heard about it before, just give them a little bit of insight on it so that, hey, now let me go check it out, and maybe they want to be, participate and be a part of.
Sure. Real, raw, and uncut. The title speaks for itself. It's 3 guys, 3 personalities, 3 opinions, 3 levels of shade, 3 cattiness levels. It's just, we touch on every single thing and we don't hold back. Like some days our energy may be off, but the one person may be the one that's popping, but then next week the other person's popping, and then the week after that everybody's just on 10. So is a platform to, like I said, be seen, be heard, tell your story, get advice, promote your brand, promote your product, perform your song, debut your video, push your event, just for my community, because it's hard to get interviews or seen or heard or our music played or anything. So that was always on my list of things to do, and I had pitched the idea to the guy and he loved it, so here we are.
That's what I'm talking about. And it's been going since, you said?
Well, this is our second season. The first season we were on another broadcasting channel, and we were called the Not Playing It Safe Show. We ended at December 29th, 2017. We revamped, we lost the host, and we came back as the Real, Raw, and Uncut Show in January of this year.
Got it. Oh, good question. Watch this, Corey. So how did that affect this? How did that affect business and your viewers and watchers when you change networks and servers and did that? Because we experienced, we're going through that now, being new and hosting, and we're trying to change things. How did that affect you when you did that change with your listeners?
We decided to, because we were frustrated on who we were with because of the quality and everything else that came with it behind the scenes. And then we were reading comments and getting feedback. So we was like, let's take like 2 weeks off, revamp, see who would accept us, and come back with what the viewers said they want more from. And they wanted us to be a little more real, a little more raw, a little more uncut. We took that title, we used it, and we gave them the content that they want.
Wow. See, come on, viewers. Y'all better come on, inspire the world.
It's so inspirational, especially to us, because we kind of have the same formula. And it's good to see that there's others that gravitate towards that formula, because it's hard when you start from scratch and you don't have like anyone's opinion thrown your way, because people don't usually do it the same way we do. So I don't have anything I can listen to and be like, yeah, we got it, we're doing it right. So it's good to see that you guys have that same kind of formula and it's working for you and you're growing and being successful. So it's definitely inspirational.
Oh yeah, I'll be into it. Like they'll let us know, you were shady, or you were mean, or you said this, or you said that. So even though we are real, raw, and uncut, certain topics that we may discuss, we kind of watch what we say, because we don't want to offend.
Exactly. And that's kind of us to a point as well. We have people who let us know, hey, I think you guys were a little soft this week, or I think you guys should have shied away from that topic, and then we kind of tailor it to it. So it's great. It feels like a family. I'm glad that we have, people that kind of, think the way we do, and it's just definitely inspirational, and it's motivating to keep moving
we don't
forward.
have the mentality of you're watching us, so watch what we do. We're more of, tell us what you want, so we can keep you tuned in.
Right. So that they fell apart, because I feel like it's more about being a part of something nowadays is what matters. But social media, Courtney knows me. I always fight that social media makes us so socialist, because people are so on the phone that they don't take time to really put the phone down and really get to know people genuinely. So they don't build genuine relationships. Like Facebook friends really mean something now. Like, oh my God, we're Facebook friends. Like, you don't really talk to them ever again. You'll just see that their thing pop up every now and again.
Yep.
And, not really be supportive, because you don't really know them. Like, how many of your Facebook friends do you really go support that you never knew in real life? Let's be real. 1 minute. Like, real. Like, how many of your Facebook friends have you really went to support? You didn't know. No?
Or me too. Me too. That's why I was quiet.
Right?
Because I didn't have an answer.
I was like, oh, okay.
I'm talking to my goddamn self. You feel me? Like, real talk. Like, how many people on Facebook are my Facebook friends that I've actually never met in person that I've supported? You feel me? Like, so what's the point? And I feel like that's where we've come now. And I like the fact of it, because I don't have to give people my phone number. And I can really, if you really want to, you really got to reach out. But the other flip side of it is that you have all these people who see your business and know what's going on, but don't really know you. So now these people are judging your life and feel like they know you, but they're not your friends because they don't really know you.
Exactly.
So now you in your head going through arguing on Facebook with somebody you never met in real life, with your friends on Facebook. So now your days are ruined, and now your business gets public because now people see that.
All in your feelings for no reason.
All in your feelings for no reason. And then
we're the
Weird to
type.
the-
We're the
Yeah.
type. If we get something like that, we'll bring it on the show and we'll address that person on the show.
Yeah.
We kind of like call them out, like, okay, now here's your chance. You want to talk? Let's go. So yeah,
I like
but
that.
we rarely get those type of things. It's more so love because we're like the only gay guys in our community doing it. And they're actually, it's not like, it's not a podcast. It's not anything. They can see us and interact with us. So it's pretty cool. And we have to remind ourselves, like, yeah, we're on this platform like this. We have a voice. This microphone is power.
Exactly.
Hello. We talk about this every
Reach
freaking
so
week on
many
Wednesday.
people.
Yeah.
So many people. You never know. You never know who's listening. You never know. I feel like we all have purpose. We all have destiny in life. And it could be that one little thing, that one experience that you experienced in your life that can make the change in other people's lives that they need. So if people just realize it doesn't have to be, this, that. It doesn't matter. It takes one experience because we all see things differently. What was your perception of this experience and how it affected you can be somebody else's breakthrough.
Exactly.
We have a comment real quick, actually, from Daquan Carter, who I'm so happy is back with us.
Yo, Daquan, when you been, Daquan?
No, see, no, put it down. We've been gone, and he's still on here coming through, so that's not a problem. So he says, even people on your Facebook struggle to support people they do know in real life, which is very true. There's just such a disconnect. There's a disconnect in compassion and support anyway, just in general nowadays. So I think it definitely
And then the
translates.
jealousy of it all.
Yes. People like to see people in misery, not see people in success. So
Right.
misery loves company, and it's so sad.
Yes, it does.
So sad.
Well, guess what? Two things. My mother always told me, one, a fool can't argue by himself. So that's first and foremost. And two, the jealousy. Let's go back to that. I realized God took me from New York City, from the East Coast of America, and put me in Australia. I lived there for 3 months and showed me one thing that was most important, that you don't have to be focused on the people that are sitting around here in your face, your family, your friends, close ones crying that they don't support you, they don't show up, they don't share your posts, they don't pass out a flyer. Because I went all the way over there, and these people who know me from the paint on the wall became like my family and came to every single show once they heard me sing one time.
Mm-hmm.
So if these people did that from hearing me sing one time, say, you know what, I want to support you, I want to follow you, then why am I killing myself and crying and going through the motions when people who are right there in front of me don't do it? So
Yeah, it's just like
Yep.
it's just like they say, don't listen to that no, it takes that one yes.
That one yes is all it takes. So don't let it get you discouraged. And I realize in all of that, it's not the become successful who change. It's the people around them who change. Because you have to think about it realistically. As you elevate in success, you can't do the same things you used to do. You can't be around the same people that used to do, because that will bring you down. If you're trying to continue to go up and move forward, it may seem like, you think you're better than me because you're doing A, B, and C. But in all nationality, I don't think I'm better than you. You think I'm better than you. Because I had to make changes to be better.
And you doubt yourself.
Doubt yourself, like, I think I'm better. No, it's not you. And that's my message to people. And I want people to understand that. Don't be doubting yourself when you become successful about what somebody else is trying to put in your head. It ain't you that's changing. It's them that's changing, because they don't get the fact that you're actually doing what you said you were going to do. Actions speak louder than words, people. So
Well, the problem is they aren't changing. That's the problem.
Right. And they don't want you to change either. So as long as you're not changing and you're complaining and going through the emotions with them, then we're best friends. We can live life. But until you start to wake up, smell the roses, and start doing what you need to do for yourself to benefit them, it's a problem.
You know what, Troy? I actually have an example. My husband has a lot of friends in Edison, New Jersey. And he's always like, oh, man, so-and-so still lives down the street. So-and-so still lives by Wawa, blah, blah, blah. I should go visit them. They message me all the time. They're upset that I don't come around. They're upset that, they haven't seen me in years. I was like, because you moved on and you matured and you got a life for yourself and you're not still in Edison. You're not still in your hometown. And don't feel bad. Let them make you feel bad for moving on and actually like improving your lifestyle and going and broadening your horizons. Like sometimes he's down about the fact that he hasn't been around to visit his friends or to be around his friends that he's known his whole life that are still living in their parents' homes. That are still living down the street from their high school. Like, don't let them make you feel like you're nothing because you're not around them. They're just jealous because they haven't made the move themselves.
Listen, Felicia. to sit their ass down because it works two ways. You, first of all, you sitting in your mama's house, and I'm over here paying mortgage while you sitting here paying rent in the room. First of all,
Exactly.
so don't tell me about where I ain't seen you when you live around the corner. Yep, if you ain't got a car, you could take the bus. Or if you can't take the bus, there's Uber, there's Lyft, there's so many other ways. You could have said, hey, let's have a coffee, let's have tea, let's do something. And I tell my family the same thing. Don't call me. You know, first of all, if you call me, leave a voicemail or text message. Don't call me and expect me to call you back and you leave a voicemail, text message, nothing. You know, many things happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you don't call me. Or let's take it this: they don't call you, and then they expect you to call them. First of all, I got a lot going on. If you don't look at my social media, you know, look anything you know, ask me. I got a lot of shit going on. So if I'm not calling you, don't take it personal. But the phone works two ways, and if you don't pick up the phone to call me, then I'm not gonna stress myself out about you not calling me. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing because if you wanted to call me, you would, and we will be having a conversation back and forth. So,
real quick before we move forward, Daquan Carter has another comment which actually hits it right on the head. He goes, "When you are successful, people should understand you have to." I'm sorry, he just made another comment and lost my spot. When you're successful, people should understand you have more to lose, so you have to change the things around you to protect what you have worked hard to obtain. It's called growth and evolution. That's actually a really beautiful way of explaining it perfectly.
And then don't get mad and don't be jealous. Like, join the team. Find out how I'm doing it.
For
Take
real.
notes.
Listen, it takes two brains is better than one. Because I know you got something and you know some knowledge that I don't know. So wouldn't it behoove you just to team up with me and use your knowledge and my knowledge and let's make it happen? Back in the day, they didn't have money. They used what they had to put it together to make one thing, and they made it happen. And that's what we lost, and that's our problem, especially people of minorities. You know, we don't want to support each other. We don't want to see somebody else doing better than we're doing.
Yeah.
That's kind of sad.
Everybody wants to be at the top. Everyone wants that instant gratification.
Mm-hmm.
It's instant gratification, but guess what happens with that? It can be here today and gone tomorrow.
Yep.
So what's the point of having instant gratification that you didn't work for, you didn't earn, you didn't put your hard-earned sweat, tears into? Because you don't. To me, if you don't earn it, you know what it's like to really appreciate it. So when you have it, you ain't gonna have it long. Because look at these people that win the lottery. Why do you think a lot of people going all these years, there's lottery still going around? Because people still win the lottery and still that broke. Because, you know, once you have money, go ahead.
And it's just like the celebrities of today, like the new money celebrities and our older celebrities. Like the new money celebrities, they flaunting this and flaunting that. Then the old celebrities, they're cool, they're comfortable. It's like their old money, they're so used to it, they're comfortable. They know what the value of the dollar is. So it's like they get caught up in wanting to be the next Migos and everybody else, and they not realizing the work that goes behind staying here, like a Luther Vandross, or Whitney Houston, or Mariah Carey. So, you know, it's
true, brother. I'm snapping my fingers right now. That is so true. That is so true. That
real quick, I just want to address something because Larry, one of our other resident chatters, actually brought something to my attention. He said, why was there a commercial? I just want to let our listeners know, yes, Spreaker has commercials now. Spreaker needs to get their money as well. So if you hear a commercial, don't worry. We're coming live right after that. If you hear another commercial in the middle of the broadcast, please be patient. We will come back. I promise you. I just wanted to get that out there because I'm glad he brought that up. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Is this an upgrade? I didn't even know that. I didn't know it was commercial. Oh wow! So now at least I know because listening back as I'm talking, I just go with the flow. So now we know. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, thank you, Larry. We appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for always being back, even after our break. Always hold the things down. You know, I really appreciate you guys, Larry and Daquan. You know, they definitely keep the conversations coming, keep them going, and we really appreciate you guys. Real talk. Hey, shout out to y'all. We were talking about the music, and I wanted to bring up a point about something you said. Hopefully it'll come back to me.
Luther Vandross and Mariah Carey, they did, worked hard to stay here.
Yep. Come on. Thank
See?
you,
I got you.
I think that what's missing is that what you said was so on point, Mike. I feel like the OGs are comfortable with the way things are and they're allowing the new people to do what they do. I feel like they need to step in as the OGs and be like, hey, I'm not trying to stop your style, but this is what's going on. Because at the end of the day, the youth are our future. So if you're sitting back and you're saying, I'm cute, I'm cool, I'm collective, go ahead, do you, and you're allowing this to happen, then you're saying it's okay for our future, for our youth to see this. It's okay for that state that we're in right now in our youth to be okay. And you have nothing to say. The youth look up to celebrities like gods. And it's, with that power that they have, I feel like if they're united together more powerfully, together, that they will be able to make more change in the world together. You know, like we are the world and things like that. Come on, like those things, when things happen in the world, music make change in the world. And that's why I strongly feel like music today isn't making a change it should. That's why I love what God has given me with Soul and B. Like, I feel like music is supposed to make change in the world, and today it's not making the change it should, because it's not sticking with people. It's not that song, like Luther Vandross songs are still sticking with us. You feel me? Like, we might have never seen him sing it live, or, you know, it might have been way before our time, but we still remember it. We'll hear that hook and start singing and be like, oh, man, we'll remember that memory we had when we first heard it. You never know. Like,
Power of Love is one of my favorite songs, by the
way. What song?
There's a lot of things missing now.
I was saying Power of Love, by the way, Troy.
Power of Love.
I thought you said, sorry. I said it again, Mike.
It's just a lot of things missing that they had back then. Like, there's no artist development. There's no real promotion coming out and touching the people, doing signings. There's no real lyrical content. It's just for the moment. That's why I still listen to my Monica, my Brandy, my older female R&B artists. Like, this for music, I can't. It's like, it's no emotion, it's no feeling. It's just for the club, and I'm not in there. So
I love everything you're saying, because everything you're saying just really proves my point to everything I say in regards to music, especially when it comes to, again, Soul and B. It's not just a sound, it's a movement. You know, we have to teach people that each and every one of us are created in God's image, uniquely created in God's image. Each and every one of us is different. We all have our own goals in life. We all have things to do. God is so great that even identical twins aren't identical. If it's Bill and Bob shoots somebody, he going to jail because his fingerprints is on it, not his twin brother. So if God can make identical twins not identical, what makes you think you're not special and unique in who you are as a person? From the crown of your head to your sole of your feet, to your freckles, to your crooked teeth, to your bow legs. That's you. It don't cost you no money to be you. It's free, but we out here trying to be somebody else that we not. It don't make no sense to me. It don't make no sense. And the music is poisoning people's head.
It's the
because
media.
If you don't have the music, it's not just the music, it's the media. You're right. It's all of it adding together because they're pushing it. They're pushing it. You know, all of us are creative people. I'm a creative person. I make my own music, do my videos, all this stuff. But me doing it myself without the proper, you know, artist development, like Luther had and all that kind of stuff, maybe that's how some of us aren't lasting. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? That, you know, I've been doing this for years, and so I've worked my ass off to be where I'm at, and I work hard to have the experience that I have, and that's why I am what I am. I'm so proud of that because I've worked hard. I'd rather work 10 years hard doing it on my own than to, you know, be able to, somebody to look at me and you and be nothing without me. I made you. I got that contract. I did that. I will never get any power over me like that, ever. I'll sit here and do it like I did. I went to high school with Sierra, and a lot of people who know me know that. And they're like, oh, why you never ask Sierra to help you? Why am I asking Sierra to help me? Sierra asked somebody to help her. Sierra did it on her own. She struggled. She worked hard. She wrote music. She went out there and got the goodies. What's good? Like,
okay, got the goodies. She 1-2 step to the goodies.
1-2 step to it. Like, she worked hard. And at the end of the day, I don't ask anybody for a handout. I work hard because I can appreciate it now being where I am at this point in my life and done the things that I've done and be able to sit next to her now and be like, what up, girl? She's still cool. You know, we're not best friends now, but we will be one day. But I'm just like, you know, we would still be able to kick in like it was yesterday. And I know that for a fact because we really were friends. So, you know, but
it was for her, it's for her. It wasn't for you.
Right. It wasn't for me. And I realized in all of that, the crazy thing is that everything is about God's timing. I'm so busy trying to, Sierra pop, let me pop too. Well, I wasn't ready. I was nowhere near. I had the dedication and determination she had. Now, I open doors for myself. I create my own lanes. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't ready for that then. And now I know that everything is about God's timing. That's what I learned. What's for her is for her. What's me is for me. That's very
Speaking
important.
of celebrities, just wanted to say big rest in peace to Prince. This is the 2-year anniversary since his passing.
Yes.
Also want to say rest in peace to Vern Troyer, the actor that's known for Mini-Me and Austin Powers. He passed away today as well. So since we're on the topic of celebrities, want to just say a big rest in peace to both of them because they definitely were both iconic, you know, in our time. So wanted to put that out there in the universe.
Thanks so much, Cole. We appreciate that. Shout out to you, Prince, for your second anniversary and Vern Troyer, bro. Shout out, you know, rest in peace. Rest in peace, and may, you know, God continue to bless those who have been connected to you and your family. Our condolences to you. Yeah. And with that being said, I want to move right along with what time is out because we got other things moving before we leave. But Mike, when you reached out to me, you did reach out to me about a series you're working on and looking to, you know, reconnect with your dad. And I think that, you know, that touched me. You know, made me And that's why I was like, I never forgot you, and it made me like, I'm gonna make sure once I get back running that Mike is number one. He's the first person that I talk to because
Oh, cool.
that was my main reasoning, and our main reasoning for being where we are today here on Free Yourself. And I wanted to just touch bases on that. The story about, first and foremost, you're working on the series, and then I want you to talk about the story about, in regards to your father and how, the one time you didn't meet him, and go into that, and then it's gonna happen. Everything else will happen on its own.
Well, yeah. The series first, right? Because the
Yeah,
series is going to
first.
lead into the story. The series I wanted to create, as of course, like I said, everything I do is transparent. So I wanted to record do a series or docu-series, whatever, just to document me on the journey of finding him, like from day one up until finding him or someone, uncle or someone close to him, with the DNA test and talking to people and knocking on the door. It's just the whole grind of finding him. I wanted to document that for not only me, but for someone who may be looking for someone or wants to reconnect with someone and don't know how or maybe scared. And the reason being because like the last time I seen him, I was 12. I remember I was talking about this earlier. He came, picked me up, and it's like 1996 because he took me to get the new Grand shoes at that time. They were like the hottest at the moment. So he dropped me off, kissed me on my forehead, and then I never seen him again. So it was like, ever since I was 12, I'm 34 now.
Wow. So it's time. It's definitely way past time.
I mean, it's been past time, but I think the time is now. I think I'm more confident. I'm a little more established. I'm able to sit there and converse with him without emotion of anger. It's more of a why factor.
You're mature.
More so than
yeah,
it's more so of a why, more so than, oh, you went there to help my mom this and we struggled that. Like, I don't know the story, so I can't blame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you just want to know the story, so that way I can stop thinking in my head, well, was it me? Was it this? Was it that? Like, I just want to know.
Was you weren't ready? Like, what was it? Do I have siblings?
Right, because that's important. You want to feel like a part of something. Like, I feel like I found out my father's side of the family. His father's side is from Barbados.
Oh wow!
And I'm like, wow, like how you gonna tell somebody that my last name is Bajan? And I didn't find out till I was 15 that my Bajan was part of my heritage, and my last name was Bajan. So I felt like, how you not tell? It's like being adopted or something. That's how I felt. How you not tell me that? Like, so that's a part of my heritage. I could have been a part of all this time. I could have been part of the Caribbean Club. Just things like that. Like, I could have been because I felt like you feel like, oh, I don't fit, or something's different, or you would just want to know those things. Sometimes you don't know, and you feel like, dang, now I realize this is why this is why that. So, knowing your siblings and knowing your heritage is important. It's very important.
Yeah, and there's like I don't know my life, my heritage. Like I don't know. Like I just don't know. So it's like that's a part of it. Like empty.
Wow.
And then I don't know. I could be sitting and talking to a sibling of mine and don't even know that they're a sibling. I don't know him.
Right. I think nowadays with online dating, that's the scary part. Like, could you imagine some shit like that?
You could fall in love with your or brother, and you'll never know.
You never know. And then it's your father too.
Ooh, why that baby picture look like me?
That's happened so many times, and it's frightening, especially if there's a slight chance there may be more of you out there, and then you just happen to full circle back to the same place because the world is small. People don't realize that. You could live right down the street from a brother or sister and not even know it. And people have fallen in love with their own brothers and sisters, had children or even not having children, but just deeply in love. And then they find out they're related, and that's instant. You have to leave. You have to break it off. You have to cease contact because you've done so much. So that's scary.
But how do you back up from that? You just fall in love with them. You all in love. Like, I want to marry you, and you're like, ew, that's your brother.
It's crazy shit.
But it does happen.
It does happen, and that's why it's important to know these things because you don't want to go through that. Could you imagine? That'd be so heartbreaking. Even though you've been married to somebody and find out, oh, lady, our brother and sister, like that's crazy. But
I do know that I'm the I was his first child, so I would be the oldest of everyone. But I still wanna, wanna
I
know.
still want to know.
I want to know. I want to know what they look like. I want to know they're out there. It's important to know, and it's not fair to not know because it's not. You didn't ask to be here at the end of the day, and so it's important to have that sense of family. And so you putting this together, doing your docu-series, do you have like a full team? Like, is it something you're doing with like a couple of people? Is it something like you like putting money into, like this big production? Like, how are you doing? Is it something like, what are you using to put it out there? Like, anyway, because we don't do anything we can do to help.
Well, right now it's just in the like production stages of it all. I do have a videographer willing to help. I was just asked to actually create the entire docuseries on paper so that we'll have some type of format to go off of, more so than just being random, wasting time in film.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's just me, one other person, and he asked me to bring along a friend who experienced a similar situation just to coach me along and bring out that emotion.
That's what I'm talking about. See? So if anybody's listening out there and you're looking to work on a docuseries, if you're out there and or you've had found, the experience, or send it our way. We'll send it to Mike, or he's going to tell you social media and everything, so you can send it to him too. Please, if you're out there listening, go ahead.
If my ex wasn't such a trash daddy, I would totally link you guys up. But he's such a fucking douchebag. But he's looking for his father, and so I know he was adopted by in high school. We had a theater teacher who was Caucasian. The theater teacher was about 40 something. His mother, who was about 80 something, had adopted this little black boy who grew up, went to my high school, and I started dating. So I was dating my theater teacher's little brother, and he's been looking for his family his whole life. And I've only story because he's actually had like viral posts of him holding up signs trying to find his father. So I would totally look you guys up, but we've had our shit, we've had our history, so I will not. But I know there's a lot of people out there that would definitely share the interest and have the same type of yearning to find their family, and I'm sure you'll find a lot of people that would want to participate.
And it doesn't even have to be your father; it could be anyone other than the ex. We're not finding no exes.
Oh no.
You better leave them X's in the past.
Yeah,
so we're not finding no X's.
YZ, back down there in the alphabet somewhere. No, definitely not. But this is a great start. This is where it all begins, and hopefully, the happy ending is that you're getting some results into what you're looking for. Because it's, you don't want to feel like you're doing nothing in vain, like you're doing all this for what, and it doesn't mean anything. But the reality is, you never know what the outcome may be.
I don't care how long it's going to take me to complete this project. This project will get completed. Trust me. Like, I don't care how long it's going to take. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. It's important to really have a great support system. So I know it seems like you have that already. I'm not sure if you do, if you don't, but if you do.
Speaking of the support system, I was just talking about that earlier. Another interview earlier about my book, and they had asked about support, and I was like, it's so funny because the major Go Hard supporters are people I don't even know.
Yes.
Did I not tell you? Tell you?
It's like people I don't even know. Like, people will see something on Instagram and send me a DM, or they'll repost without me asking. But then I have like close friends who don't even repost. But
listen. At the end of the day, my brother, you heard exactly what I said about Australia. Mm-hmm. Okay, and look at me now. Everything I said I wanted to do is times 10. So at the end of the day, those people that want to support you will. Just like they said, if you want to shoot with me in the gym, don't be expect to be in the VIP. Don't be expecting to be out. Don't be expecting to be in the feeling like you're honored and you prestige just because you're my mom, my cousin. I don't care who you are. At the end of the day, it takes a lot to follow your dreams, and it takes some days are going to be good and some days are going to be bad.
Yeah.
But if you're not helping me lift my head up, if you're not helping support me in any way, shape, or form, please, public service announcement, do not come saying that's my cousin, that's my friend, that's my family, that's anything related to anything around me, trying to get yourself in somewhere, trying to get yourself around somewhere, trying to use my name on my likeness to do anything. Because you don't deserve it. The people that are right now, that's right here coming to your book signing, that's right now sharing your post, they'll need to be the ones right there next to you when you celebrate and enjoying these moments in your life. And I want you to remember that, because those are the ones that matter. Those are the ones that matter. Those are the ones that are supporting you, that are there when your head is hanging down, that are there when you win in that trophy award. They're the ones that are there that got back and don't remember those people. You know, people would say, don't remember where you come from. Don't remember the small people. It ain't nothing about those small people. Unless those small people was handing out flyers, sharing my stuff on Facebook, or somehow, some way, lifting me up when I'm down. You ain't even got to share my post. It could be just as simple as say, hey, I'm thinking about you. I saw your post the other day, or you came across my mind. I hope, all is well. I'm praying for you. You ain't got to give me no money. It doesn't have anything to do with monetize. It doesn't have anything to do with what you can do for me physically. It's that small thing. That's one small thing. Come on, people, wake up. It's not that hard. It don't cost you no money to love. We're born to love. We just learn not to love through the experiences we go through in life as we grow. Because the baby's innocent. They don't know nothing.
Exactly.
That's how they're a blank slate. So they're born with love. They're born innocent, and they're corrupted by the things that we've learned, been through with our parents that we don't deal with, that we now have put on our kids, and they got to learn to try to figure out what it is because they don't even know they're dealing with some generational curse that had nothing to do with them.
Mm-hmm.
It has to stop. It has to stop. And it stops today. I got written on my wall right now with some chalkboard paint. I painted a little square. It stops today. And I have to tell myself that. When the negativity starts to creep up and things start to plague me from doing the things I want to do or tell me I don't feel like getting up, it stops today. No. We got things to do because while you sleeping, somebody else is making that.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, are you going to be focused or are you going to let it happen? Because I know I want to be on the beach somewhere sipping the cocktail. I want to be getting paid while I'm doing it. I don't want to be on the
Like,
I'm
you'll never come to the club. And I always say, I'm not going to the club unless they're paying me to host it. Like,
better come on, speak the truth. That's what I tell people.
Right.
Go on.
Dave actually said the people that support you do it unconditionally without looking for a return, and that's 100% true. Unfortunately, there is a lack of those types of people nowadays. But but when you find someone who truly supports you, you have to make sure that they're appreciated. And I always stress that. I can't stress that enough. You have to support your supporters and make sure that they know that their support is appreciated and it's cherished, and they'll do nothing but support you and love you unconditionally throughout your journey, whether you fail or you have a triumph. They will always be there. So very, very true, Daquan. Thank you for saying out the truth, because we need a lot of that to keep us going in this podcast.
Hello? Keep us going. It definitely keeps us going. It's like a battery in our back. It energizes the money that keeps us going. I definitely, like, this is what Free Yourself is all about. Again, I'm honored that you reached out to me to want to even do it. You know what I'm saying? I probably would have crossed paths with you at some point soon because we definitely were friends, and I would have said, hey, I see you got some amazing things going on. And it would have been either way, I'm sure we would have crossed paths.
I've always seen your post, and I don't know, it's just me, just not fully reading and dissecting what it was, but I always thought droppers. I don't know. But then I fully read it, and I was like, okay, free yourself. Okay. It's like, okay, so let me reach out.
That's what's up.
But that makes us feel amazing because we work so hard and post the same shit every week in hopes that one person who's looking for a platform sees it and is just like, you know what, I need this. And so thank you so much for reaching out to him and at least letting us know that our effort is definitely being acknowledged.
And then another thing that like took me a while to hit you guys up. All the time when I'm trying to create stuff is like the less the more. And I think with the flyer, like, just stick to like the basic of what you guys are trying to pinpoint instead of having so much and people have to read through, because some people like myself prior didn't really read through, they just skimmed and kept it moving. But if you just post directly what it is and what you're looking for, then they'll respond a little more. Because I would always want a busy flyer, but they were always directly hit what you want.
Yep, exactly.
I like that. At some point, we'll do some tweaking. I love taking advice from people, listening, and that's what we're here about. We all learn from each other. And I feel like you can't be too like, oh no, it's working the way it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, got
you to be open-minded.
Right? You got to be open-minded. I love it. So I definitely I agree with you on that. I was going through the same issue with my flyer for my show. I just ended up creating my own flyer for my for me and my band, and I was like, found the app. It was easy. I just typed some stuff in. Well, it wasn't 100% easy. Don't get it twisted. Like, that stuff, you got to have some kind of creative eye to make it work. But It was really like I made it work, and I was like, wow, I can do this. Like, I would have paid somebody money to do this, and I did this, and I'm like, I started learning about, looking at those kind of things. Oh, that's too much writing. That's too much this, spacing wise. Like, you start looking at all that. Like, wow, like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to, that looks kind of, So you really start paying attention. So that was something I noticed. So thank you for, even, speaking how you felt and being honest about it, and just giving us a tip, because
truth be told, we all know people do not read. So if you got something that's catchy, that catches them for the moment with like what you're looking for in a concept, you got them.
Yep, and that's very true. Coming from a marketing and a background, that is very, very true. I think our whole, I guess, formula when we first started was, hey, we need to get down to the nitty gritty and let people know we're something different. We're not the norm. This is what we're offering. But now I think people have seen us, see our flow. So now we can just be like, listen, you got a secret to tell, get on our show. So definitely gonna do some tweaking and make sure to capture as much people as possible.
I'm really, so answer this then, Mike. So do you think visual is more better than just like a flyer? Because like with the type of person I am, I'm a people's face. I'm a motivational speaker, I'm a host, I do a lot of things, but I love talking, especially like a video. And so I just thought about what Courtney just said. I did a video for my karaoke, like, you like karaoke? It was like, you like karaoke? It was just like a little thing. So I feel like taking those things and what we are looking for and talking about, and putting them into a visual, do you think that would even transpire even better?
Visual is more personal because they get to see who they're going to tune into. That's what we're working on for our radio show as well, like doing a visual commercial. Visual is a little more personal because they get to see you more so than seeing a picture just.
Makes sense. Okay. Well, something to look forward to, something to think about. Okay. Because I was work on something and, I just felt like people post a flyer and people show up to a party. So I'm like, flyers work. You feel me? Like, I know that
because it's the content on the flyer that eye candy. You know what I'm saying? It drew them in.
It's sexy babes and men in skimpy outfits saying, hey, come smoke our hookah, pretty much. Yeah. And that's why that works.
In that voice, too.
Yeah, so that's all. I mean, the content is definitely there. It's less busy, less is more, especially with the radio show, because you want them to tune in.
Listen, I'm definitely, I take notes and I like to pay attention. It's something I'm gonna, look into, because we're always looking to improve. Like, we want to make sure we reach as many people as we can. If it takes making visual, then hey, we'll get on it, because that's the type of person I am. In your face, I feel like, crossing from being an artist to an MC took me to a whole other level, because it took, you don't just, I wasn't just singing anymore. Now I had to actually talk about things. I had to be entertaining in some form. I had to be a little bit funny. So how do I do all of that now and still be the person that I am and not just thinking an artist? So, I love having that, step into either form and being able to be an MC who's an artist, because I feel like it just makes me stand out even more. And I'm glad that I'm able to, just not be afraid and follow my dreams and don't let nothing hold me back. And that's where I'm at with it now. Like, anybody and everybody, no matter where I'm at, I'll just start a conversation. I went to a 420 party yesterday, and I was the only person. I didn't know nobody in there but the chef who invited me. So I'm sitting there like, dang, I got one or two things I can do. I can sit here in the corner and chill out in the zone.
Or you can get up and down.
That's not you, though. You don't sit in the corner. I've been invited you over to my house after like 2 weeks of knowing each other, and you and my aunts were like best fucking friends within the first like 10 minutes. So that's not you at all. I don't know what you were on yesterday, but okay.
No, I definitely, I said I think about it, but that's definitely not who I am. So clearly, definitely not what happened. I clearly went in there and just was like, it was a murder mystery going on at the same time. So I made light of that. There was already people in the dressed up doing stuff. Shit, and it was cool. I just wanted a slice of pizza. It was where the food was, and I just wanted a slice of this pizza they was making that had edibles in it. So it was different kind of special pizza. So I just wanted a slice of pizza. So everybody,
different kind of special
pizza. Of course, and I got that slice of pizza, and I left after that. That's all I wanted. I just wanted a slice to seal the deal. I came and supported. I did what I had to do, bought some other stuff, and that was it. And so that was that. I had a great time. And but yeah, like, you got to just shine bright like a diamond, no matter who you are. Live your truth, and whatever truth that may be, because the only one that can set you free is you. And the only person stopping you is you. Literally, the only person stopping you is you. It takes 21 days to break a habit. So if you don't believe that, write that on a Post-it note. If the first thing you do is go brush your teeth, put it on the mirror. First thing you do is some orange juice, put it right there in the kitchen. I can do it and you can't stop me. 21 days to break a habit. I guarantee you. If you don't believe me, just watch. Do it for 21 days, break that habit, and write me and let's talk about it. But ladies and gentlemen, that is our time. So before we leave, I definitely got to get a last minute. Mike, you were awesome. Thank you so much for
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Woo-hoo. This was amazing. So before we leave, like I told you before, I like to have like a final words, anything, let people know, anything you want to say, leave people with, the last thing, we had, Mike Wiggins was on Troy recently, was on Free Stuff Saturdays today. What, did you know what he said? Remember anything he said? This is the last thing he said, what they remember. So I want to make sure you leave people with something, no matter what it may be. And then tell them where to find you.
The last thing I will leave with is don't wait until tomorrow to get started on what you want to do, no matter who's in your corner, how tired you may be, or whatever. Just do it. Like, if you don't do it, it will never, ever, 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 ever get done. I'm on my second book, radio show, working on the t-shirt line, and I'm on 2 web series. So if you want to do it, it'll get done.
Yeah.
If that didn't motivate you, I don't know what. That didn't motivate you, what he just said. There's a lot of amazing things going on there. Thank you so much, Mike. Tell them where to find you. Tell them where to look you up. They want to reach out to you any way, shape, or form when God said today. Tell them where to find you.
Sure. Instagram and Twitter is Mike G. Riggins, and my website is MikeGRiggins.com.
Boom. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Mike.
Short and sweet.
Come on. I love it. He had about, I know he had an interview earlier today, so he's already, probably like, I'm done with y'all. Have a good night. Are we
Nah, I wish it was more time. I ain't finished talking.
We definitely got to have you back.
Yes, we will have you back. After the book is released,
yes.
After some more things are done, then we can really talk about that, update on your father, and your series and finding him. Come on, after you
celebrate your million copy sales. Like, we got to do it.
Million copy sell. I'm going on a vacation and I will not be back.
Right? He was like, I would not thinking about y'all, but okay.
You'll be having a Skype call from Paris. Okay? Are we going to be... You can call me from there.
Okay.
Shout out to, yes, go to Paris, have your coffee, and we'll call you from there. It's universal. It works anywhere you get in that connection. Don't worry, we'll call you up and we'll find out what you're doing and check up in on you because we really appreciate this and we definitely want to make sure that any way we can help promote you to do what you have to do here at Savage Media Radio for yourself, we will definitely do it. So just want to let you know that.
You guys come to DC, come on the show. It's every Tuesday night, listenvisions.com.
Yeah.
So you guys can come on the show.
Yes, I definitely will tune in. I'm in DC sometimes. So if I'm in DC on a Tuesday, I can let you know. I'll let you know. Maybe I'll come through the studio and you can pop through and do a 1 and 2 on the show. Be like, hey, you feel me?
Yeah, come forward. I'm all for it.
We are too. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Court. Before we close out, Court, give the people a little, give them some beautiful Courtney closing words from you, Miss Lady.
You know what? No, we're gonna have Daquan give us their beautiful closing line. He says, "Shout out to Coco and Troy. Hashtag Savage Media Radio Gang. Hashtag Free Yourself Fam." See, that is all we need. We gotta leave with some bomb-ass hashtags.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, now you heard it first here. You heard it first from Daquan. Let them know how we do things. Courtney,
Yes.
thanks, Daquan. Shout out to Mike Wiggins for coming through. Y'all, his book comes out April 27th. It's called The Circle of Confusion. Please don't forget to check it out. Check out on Tuesday nights, The Real Raw and Uncut radio show. Check it out. We're
Shout
here
out to
Wednesday
Larry.
night. Shout out to Larry. Of course, Larry. My phone. He's Larry. Larry don't play. He'll slap me up. I'm telling you. Larry black on the inside. He's a white. He's a white brother soul, but he's black on the inside. Don't play with Larry. He'll slap you up. Okay. Larry, shout out to you. I love you, Larry. Ladies and gentlemen, you can find us here on Wednesday nights at Savage Media Radio each and every Wednesday and Thursday. Make some changes. I told you.
Woo-hoo.
So
And Friday for Real Shit Friday. And Saturday for Free Yourself Saturday. And we're going to have a new show coming up that Doug is going to be hosting, which I'm super excited for. I'm not going to give away any details, but just look out for it, people.
Yo, we out here, Savage Media Radio, whatever you look, we out here, we're making it happen. If you know what, I know there's a lot of talent out there, and there's a lot of things. Email us, tell us what's up, tell us what you want to hear, tell us what's going on. If you're somebody who is dynamic personality and you got something that you want to talk about, You never know. Sometimes we do different things. We do segments where we add people in. We're always looking for new people that got some things going on, right, Corey?
We're welcome. We welcome you. You just have to be
you.
explicit and have to be savage because you know
That's
that
right,
we gotta keep, we gotta keep it up.
We gotta keep our name. We gotta know what it is. That's why we got explicit advisory right there. And you click a button to let you know because we want people to keep it real raw. And this is what it is. You know, this is real life. And at the end of the day, with all that we're going through today, you need a platform where you can be yourself. This is why we call it the People's Platform, ladies and gentlemen. The People's Platform, Free Yourself Saturdays. Before we leave, I just want to say, if you're listening to us, no matter how you're listening to us, we really appreciate you.
Yes.
Today's show, we want to dedicate to anybody out there that's looking for your family members, that looking for your mom, dad, lost loved one, whatever it may be. Don't give up hope. You know, you only fail when you stop trying. If people like Mike don't do it, you know, to keep if you don't believe it, look at people like Mike. That's what I'm trying to say. He's out here doing it. And he's making it happen. And at the end of the day, it only takes one step. The first step. That's all it takes. The one step. First step. Take the first step. I would say that says you take the first step. I'll take the other one. And I tell you, this is the year 2018. If you listen to me right now, don't listen to anything else I said. But right now, 2018 is a year of making it happen. Just take. Will start to fall in place. Just be open-minded and take the first step. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Free Yourself Saturday with Troy Meeks Music. Again, shout out to Coco Blue for holding it down each and every week. Pressing those buttons, making it, holding it down.
I'm not good at it, but I try.
Listen, it works. It ain't our fault. Sometimes technical difficulties, it'd be Skype's fault, but shout out to, you know, Coco always make it happen anyway. She'll do whatever it takes. She'll run upstairs to the computer, downstairs to the computer, outside to the car to the computer. Whatever we need to do to make these press these buttons and getting things going so that we can be connected to you, she makes it happen. So we appreciate you. Shout out again to my boy Mike Riggins on Instagram.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
At Mike G Riggins. Check him out. For real, thank you, Mike. We appreciate it. And shout out to our chat room, which is always popping. Come on. Spreaker.com, Savage Media Radio chat room is always popping. If you don't listen to our past podcasts, you'll see that Daquan and Larry be holding it down Wednesdays and Saturdays. They be like, what's good? We here. What's up? We are currently fixers here. What's up, y'all? So, shout out to all you guys for making it happen. God gave me this vision, this platform for me to be able to make it happen for you guys. And that's all I want to do is utilize what God has given me to make change in this world. And it starts with this one voice right here, Troy Weeks Music, being able to just have this platform to do it. So shout out to everybody that's been tuning in and holding us down. Thank you guys for listening in and tuning in, and we appreciate you. We'll see you guys next week, same time, same place, as we always do. We're signing out, and you know how we do. And we just let you know to stay savage.
Stay savage, guys.
Until next week, let's go.
Free yourself, free your mind, free your heart, let it go free. I say free yourself, free your mind, free your heart, let it go free. Free yourself.